YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie. And today we're going to be talking about another old movie. Another one. And completing the franchise review for this until the 6th installment comes out. When it comes out this year, I don't know, but I know it comes out this year, baby. But this movie is Final Destination 5. Okay? So we're going to be talking about Final Destination 5. We went through 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're at 5. You know what I'm saying? And we're waiting for 6. Alright? So, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 of my favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So, as I always say for these reviews, for the Final Destination franchise, each movie pretty much is made of the same substance. But they do add different elements. And the scene that a certain character in a certain movie will get a premonition about is always different. So, like I said, for one, Final Destination 1, what was it? It was the airplane. Final Destination 2, it was the freeway incident. Final Destination number 3, it was the roller coaster situation. Final Destination number 4, it was the NASCAR situation. Now, we're on Final Destination 5. So, try to be as simple as possible. Final Destination 5. Premise, still the same thing. A certain character gets a premonition of something that's going to happen. And because of that premonition, he or she gets scared of continuing what's going on, or going to do what they saw in the premonition. And so therefore they escape death. But there will be others along with them that will escape death as well. Whether it's their friends, whether they know them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a certain, like a group of 7 or so. You feel me? That will escape their deaths. And because of this, death comes back after them in a certain pattern. And death comes back after them to kill, to claim their souls. Which is, per se, his anyways, because they were supposed to die. So, for this one, the disaster in the beginning is basically, they're on a bridge, okay? And they're in a bus. And this is one of those bridges that are long and that go over a big waterway, you know what I'm saying? And the drops from them are lethal, you know? So, basically, there's a guy, and his name is Sam. And he's along with his girlfriend, per se, his friends, his co-workers, his boss. And they're on their way. And like I said, they're in a bus going across the bridge. As they're crossing the bridge, Sam ends up having a premonition to where in which the bridge is going to collapse. Everybody in the bus dies, and other people around them die as well. Now, we go far within this premonition and we see, well, every premonition pretty much carries out all the way through. But in this premonition, we see how each individual, either they leave the bus and get killed, or they stay on the bus and get killed, or, you know, whatever. But in this premonition, we did see someone that didn't die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else died, but this person didn't die. They were able to escape. So that was something new to see in the premonitions. But yeah, so he has the premonition of the bridge falling apart, them dying, and everybody else dying as well in that bus, and other people that were on that bridge as well just dying, right? So because of that premonition, he, you know, tells everybody in the bus, like, hey, like, we got to get out of here right now. And you know, some of them believe him, some of them don't. But they end up all pretty much getting off that bus. And, you know, they end up going with Sam, like, on, you know, to get off the bridge. And as soon as they all get off the bridge, that's when it happens. You know what I'm saying? The bridge collapse, people die, you know, and then they turn around, they look at him like, Sam, how'd you know that? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I don't know, I had a premonition, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just as confused as y'all. It's just I had a premonition, and this is why I wanted to get off the bus and off this freeway. So now, Sam and pretty much per se his co-workers are tasked with the mission of figuring out how death is coming after them and figuring out, can they escape death? So that's the premise of this movie. And like I said, you know, all the premises are always the same for the Final Destination series. It's just the major accent that happens in the beginning will be different, and they will also introduce certain ways that, you know, well, maybe you can be deaf, you do this way. Maybe you can be deaf, you do it this way. Maybe you can, you know, just they'll always liven up the movie, but it is always just pretty much the same thing. So yeah, man, that's the premise of this movie. 3 of my favorite scenes, and these may be out of order, but still 3 of my favorite scenes. Man, this one right here is probably my favorite Final Destination death out of the whole franchise. This death right here is probably my favorite. And it's when Candace, she's a gymnast, and you know, she goes to do her thing at the gym, and she's swinging on this one bar over and over and over again. Death comes follow after her, bro. You know, make certain things happen. She flips off the bar, just flipping and flipping and flipping. Boom, right on the ground. You know, she lands on her stomach, and her legs end up coming over her head, bro. Bruh. Not only is that brutal, not only did that hurt, bruh, but yo, like, it was a crazy scene. Like, just to see how, you know what I'm saying, how fast that went. You know what I'm saying? What her body looked like afterwards, bro. Like, when she was bent, I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro. But easily, my favorite death in the Final Destination series. Period. We'll see when Final Destination 6 comes out, but easily my favorite death in Final Destination series. Period. Whew. Second one would be when the character Isaac, he ends up going to like this spa massage type thing, you know what I'm saying? And what ends up happening is he gets the acupuncture, right? So what ends up happening is death comes after him. And he ends up having a pretty horrible death. Like, multiple things happen to him. The needles that he has in his body from the acupuncture. He ends up falling off the table, so they stick in more into him. I can't remember if there was one more thing. But there is, I can't remember if 3 things happened to him or if 2 things happened to him. For sure, the needles happened to him falling over and it going into him more. But the last thing is, there's a Buddha statue, like, high up on this little, like, can't really think of what they're called, but let's just say there's like a ledge, right? Propped out over the wall. And, you know, you got this Buddha statue there just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, this guy crawls his way, because there's a fire happening. So this guy crawls his way, trying to get out the door and everything like that. He looks up, that thing that the ledge that the Buddha statue was sitting on, like, breaks. The Buddha statue comes right down on his head and just completely, his head is gone. His head is gone, bro. It just was smashed completely. It didn't pop off. None of his head was just gone, bro. Whew. Crazy scene, man. Crazy scene. So that would be my my second scene. And my third scene, now this may be spoilers. Matter of fact, this is going to be spoilers. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, I would suggest you don't listen to this part, or come back later on. You feel me? But the way that they my third favorite scenes, the way that they tie this movie into the first Final Destination, where in which Sam and his girlfriend Molly are going to Paris, and he's going for an internship to learn how to be a chef, and she's just going with him because, you know, that's his love, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it never crossed my mind that they're going to Paris. That's where, you know what I'm saying, the people in the first Final Destination was going to. Never crossed my mind. We get to that scene, man, they get on a plane, you know what I'm saying, da-da-da-da. Everything's good. Everything's good, you know what I'm saying? And, yo, we end up seeing the main character from Final Destination 1. And it shows him, you know, flipping out like he did on the first movie. It shows him and his friends get kicked out of the plane. And then all of a sudden it goes back to Sam and his girlfriend Molly, and they're like, yo, like, did you hear everything or whatever? So they asked somebody, and they're like, yeah, well, this guy was acting crazy on the plane. He said that the plane was going to crash, and they kicked him off. And so, you know, Sam and Molly look at each other like, yo, is this, are we going to live? You know what I'm saying? Because they found a way to escape death, per se. They found a way to escape death, per se. And as far as we know, at that point in the movie, we're thinking that, yeah, they did it. They truly did it. We're finally gonna have a happy ending. You feel me? Like, something's gonna go right this time. No, it doesn't. It does not. Because like I said, that's the plane that crashed on the first one. So we actually get to see it crash. And man, part of the plane gets ripped off where his girlfriend Molly was. He's trying to hold on to her, make sure she good. She gets sucked out the plane, bro. And her body straight up like this, and it hits the the wings of the plane, just splits in half, bro. I was like, yo. And then, you know what I'm saying, seeing everybody else die or whatever, and then Sam dies as well. And, you know, it's not the fact that these were the craziest deaths of this movie, but it was the fact that they tied this in with the first Final Destination. And it flows, like, seamlessly. Seamlessly, bro. Like, so in a way, this Final Destination 5 is actually Final Destination 1. You know what I'm saying? And I just when I saw the ending, man, I was just like, yo, this is so brilliant, man. Like, this is so cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cool franchise. Now, this was the one that brought it back for me, man, because 1, 2, and 2 are the best for me, for sure. You know, 3 is good, definitely. I like it. 4, 5, yes, sir. yes, sir, we back on track. You know what I'm saying? So I just really appreciate this movie for taking the nasty taste of Final Destination 4 out of my mouth and replacing them with a better taste of Final Destination 5 in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, them leaving off with this movie instead of it being 4 with the last movie they left off of, hearing that there's going to be some more movies or TV series coming out, it makes me, you know, more relieved to know that, hey, they ended it on a good note. They didn't end it on a bad note and they're trying to continue it. No, they ended it on a good note and they're going to continue it. So we're all good to go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's basically it. For me, I would give this movie I'm gonna give this movie a 8.5 out of 10. So if you like the Final Destination franchise, definitely watch this one. It's worth your time. Yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it. If you guys saw this movie, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. What were some of your favorite kills? How do you rate all 5 of these movies? Now that we got all 5 of them done, how do you rate all 5 of these movies in order? Are you ready for Final Destination 6? Let me know about that in the comments down below. But please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Cali. And until next time.